I tried to lose weight back in 2022, my senior year of high school. I'm trying to lose weight, and that summer, I got really serious about it. I was like, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. I was in that little realm of where I wasn't fat yet, but I wasn't, athletic and shit. So I was like in that weird middle realm that I hate. And so I decided to make a change. I decided I was going to go to the gym every single day and lose this weight, get this weight off. And so what I did was, I was working at Taco Bell at the time, and I had a 7 or 8 o'clock shift in the morning. And so what I would do was I get up at like 5:30-ish, head out to gym. I go to the gym at 6 a.m. and I would either I would go into the basketball court and start running laps, basically trying to get some cardio, just running laps and just like hooping, dribbling up and down the court, layups on both sides, whatever. And I would weightlift as well.
Good morning, fellas. In the gym, I'm about to hoop and go lift my morning workout.
Then came the diet though. The problem was that I had no idea how to diet. I had no idea how to even work out properly and have a real routine. I was basically just winging it, just doing whatever I felt like. And so, which is fine. It's better than doing nothing, but it wasn't going to give me the results that I wanted. And then when it comes to my diet, that was pretty bad. I mean, it wasn't bad. I tried, I tried, but basically I tried to make these like pancakes where I put these oats. I put like oats, I put bananas and like strawberries, and I put like some whatever you need, like eggs and baking powder, whatever you got to put in there. And I tried to make pancakes, like I tried to make it healthy, basically, like oats and bananas, whatever, instead of butter and sugar. But that didn't work. It was very nasty. It was very hard to get down, and it wasn't like practical. I'm not gonna sit here and make pancakes all the time. And so on top of that, prior to me waking up at 5 a.m. and doing all that gym stuff, I had never really done that before. That's not you, right? And so that's the problem. Truth is, like, when you try to make such a drastic change in such a short amount of time, that never works, right? It doesn't work because your body, like, you're not used to acting this way. If you try to change everything up right away, your body is like, what are you doing? This isn't how we operate. This ain't how we do things around here. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna fight you. And he's gonna be like, yo, go back to playing video games and doing what you normally do. Because your body like works off routines and stuff. So if you keep doing that, that's what he expects of you to do. Your body expects you to just keep playing video games or whatnot. So the point is, you have to little by little decrease instead of trying to do everything at once. Young guys, especially like myself, when you really feel like you haven't done much or feel like you've wasted enough time already, it's really tempting to just want to change everything. I'm going vegan. I'm start bulking. No video games. No nothing. Right? Like that doesn't work because again, your body is used to you playing a lot of video games and smoking and drinking and all that stuff. So you can't just stop cold turkey. Right? You have to incrementally decrease your usage. You haven't even proven to yourself that you can stick to something like at that point. Your whole life you've played video games, off and drank and smoked and did all that stuff. Then you randomly start trying to work out every day. You say, I'm gonna do a 2-hour workout every day. Up to that point in your life, you had never proven to yourself that you can stick to anything. So why would you randomly stick to this? You'd have to add in a little bit of cardio every week, right? So you start off, do a little treadmill. You do treadmill for like 30 minutes or whatever. And that's gonna be painful, especially on that first day. That first week, first couple weeks is the hardest part to keep going. That's how you know you're getting stronger. Keep going. When it gets hard, that's how you know you're doing it. You just want to slowly decrease your bad habits. Instead of saying, I'm not going to play any more video games ever, because that's not going to happen. You're just going to end up relapsing. Now, that creates negative self-talk because you just went back on one of the things that you said. You went back on your word, and that never does good for your self-confidence. You're saying, oh, I'm going to do this, and then you back out. You're not going to feel good about yourself. And that's more important than even playing video games itself. If you play a video game every now and then, that's not going to kill you. But if you feel guilty every time you play a video game and you're relapsing and you feel like you can't control it, there's a difference between making a conscious decision and being okay with the consequences of that conscious decision versus feeling like you have no control and just habitually just playing video games and just brain dead scrolling on Instagram, feeling like you have no control. It's a lot better to take control of it and take the consequences of that, right? Just say, you know what? I know I shouldn't be doing this right now, but I just want to take a second and do this, and I'll deal with that later or whatever. Like, as long as you know that you're setting that you're you're messing yourself up and you're okay with that, you know, fair enough. Just whatever. The better way to go about it would just be, instead of playing every day, save until the weekend. Say no video games until the weekend, right? That would be a big step. Or you could say, instead of 5 hours a day, I'll do 3 hours a day. You could still partake in your journey, but you're still decreasing and you're still making progress. So you're still getting those little small mental wins and you're still feeling good about yourself, which is the entire point. If you try to go all in cold turkey, then it's going to destroy your mental health, because you're not going to be able to finish it. And so you're going to feel bad about that. And so if you just set smaller goals and just reach those regularly, decrease it and replace it with a better habit, you know, instead of playing a video game, you know, just read a book, or even listen to an audio book or something, you know what I'm saying, while you're playing a video game. Just make it more productive. That's my point. Like, just be a little bit productive. This is very important for people that are new to their fitness journey and your life, you know, I don't want to say self-improvement, because I'll have a video on that later, but I don't like the word self-improvement. But if you're just trying to better your life, like when you're in the early stages of realizing that your life isn't going how you expected and how you want it, and you want to make a change, if you're in that early stage, this is very important to just make a little bit of progress over no progress, right? Let's say you want to work out every single day, right? If you miss a day because you just don't feel like it, that's going to do a lot worse than if you were to just go anyway and have a light day that day. I've done that plenty of times to where I'm tired. I pushed it off to the end of the day and I'm super tired. It's like 12:30 a.m., you know, the next day, technically the next morning. And I'm like, you know what? Forget it. And I get up and I get myself in the car and I drive all the way there. Just the process of you fulfilling your habit and fulfilling your routine, it's a lot better for your mental health than to just skip it altogether, especially in the early stages. If you haven't already built the discipline, right? Because clearly you haven't, you know, if you're skipping days and stuff, like the discipline is to just do it anyway, right? So if you haven't built that up, it's really important to build that discipline up and to actually go no matter what. You have to say, literally, I'm going no matter what. Like, nothing is going to stop me from going. Even if I go there and do one curl and leave, I will not step foot in that gym today, right? Like, you have to be bold with yourself. You have to say stuff like that. You have to be concrete with it. Like, for example, trying to change your entire diet immediately overnight. Let's say you go from you wake up, you eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Sometimes you eat a bagel or something. For lunch, you have some leftover pizza in the fridge. And then for dinner, your mom makes you some spaghetti or something. And let's say you eat sweets. You eat a lot of snacks throughout the day. You eat a lot of Doritos and chips. You eat a lot of ice cream and stuff after dinner, a lot of desserts and stuff. For you to completely change into a carnivore diet, it's not going to work. Over time, you slowly decrease stuff. That's the beauty of it, is because you can still partake in it for a little bit and just realizing, okay, you know, this is coming to an end, but I can still enjoy it for the time being, and I'm still making progress. I'm not halting myself by enjoying this. So I can still partake in a little bit, but just next week I'm doing a little less and a little less until I'm not really doing it very much at all, to the point where it even harms me. So most people rely on motivation to be productive. Sometimes when you're in your thoughts, right, you get this rush. Like, you just think of something, you're like, you know what, that's what I'm gonna do. And you get motivated. You're like, you know what, like, you look up all the benefits or whatever of, like, let's say NoFap or something. Like, you look up all the benefits, you're motivated, right? That motivation is gonna die out. Motivation never stays that long. The most important thing is the discipline. You can have the motivation, that's cool, that's fine. That's only gonna carry you so far, though. You know, you're not gonna stay motivated forever, right? There's gonna be points where you do not feel like doing it, whatever that is. And that's where the discipline comes in, and you do it anyway. So that's why it's very important to build that up and take note of every opportunity to build discipline. Take note of it. Like, whenever you do not feel like going to the gym and you go anyway, take a mental note of that. Write it down. Write it down in your journal. Like, write it, I did not feel like going at all. Like, I would have rather done anything else but go to the gym, but I still went. Right? You need to write that down and keep that, because that is essential for your self-image and your self-confidence and all that. Knowing that you do things you don't want to do. You can put in that work. You know what I'm saying? It's just confident building, you know, it just is inherently. So the other point I wanted to make is that you can't shortcut the process, basically, to success and to wealth and fortune or whatever. Like, you have to go through it. If somebody were to hand you the money, you wouldn't even know what to do with it, right? Unless you go through the hardship and the experience. For anybody that's going on any type of journey, embrace it. Be one with it. Be one with the journey and all all the ups and downs of it. Just realize like this is part of it. This is what's making me successful. This is what's gonna set me apart from these other people who aren't going through ups and downs. They just want to stay comfortable. They're not gonna go through the ups and downs. For you, who's going through a lot of downs, going through a lot of heartbreak, whatever, that's gonna ultimately lead to success. But right now you're down. You know what I'm saying? They living nice and you're broke. You know what I'm saying? Because you took that risk. You know, you're broke right this second and they're living comfortably. But what they don't know is that because you're broke right now, because you're not comfortable, you will be rich in the future. The point is just consistency and discipline over perfection, right? You're not going to be perfect every day. You know, you're not going to always hit your protein goals. You're not going to always meditate the way you wanted to or meditate at all. You're not always going to hit your PRs in the gym every day. You're not going to go hard in the gym every day. You're just not. The point is that you're making some progress and you're stacking up those good habits and those mental wins. And that overall just builds your self-image up and allows you to, you know, branch out and do more things and just be happier with yourself overall. Basically, the whole point of this video is to just be a little bit productive. Instead of not being productive at all, instead of playing video games all day, just play video games a little bit and then read some. Just be a little bit productive every day. Just do it on a monthly or weekly basis. Just try to add up your total amounts of things you're doing, whether that's hours playing video games or times you jack off or times you smoke, times you drink, anything like that. Just add it up total and just decrease it over time. That's all you got to do. Instead of drinking 3 beers every day, drink 2 every day. So you're still doing it, but you can decrease it. And so over time, you'll be okay with it because you know the process that you're on and you're accepting it, right? And you're not running from it. You're taking power over it. That'll set you up for success and you'll be good. I know that video was a little bit all over the place. I'll try to edit it and try to make it make sense, but you know, I'm just kind of, you know, sharing my lessons with the world. I hope you guys enjoy. Comment what you want to see next video, and peace.